I'm just saying, I don't know if you know it, but I learned at the board meeting the other night that Magee received a DUI grant. So I just went to the source right here to Chief Randy Crawford, and I wanted you to tell me a little bit about the grant. How much is it for?
This one was a little over $92,000, so it was great grant to help the safety of our citizens and our public.
How are you going to use it? Do you get to hire a person, or do you use it in education, or how does it have to be
It's
used?
different. It's set out by the federal government, you know, how to use this certain amount of money. A lot of it is salaries, and then you have a lot of overtime. And it's also, you can use equipment. We also have certain equipment like handheld intoxilizers, different things like that. We also getting another camera for our patrol vehicle, which
wonderful,
very expensive. And you know, of course, we want to have, you know, the great video for evidence and for. It's a great tool, and
well, I imagine they're pretty strict on what you spend it on. And I'm thinking if you get anything from the federal government, they're going to tell you how to spend it. They don't let you take it on necessarily how you use it. But I'm so glad you're going to get the cameras. I saw a thing on TV the other day about the policemen that were having the cameras on their lapels, and I thought, oh, that's what every cop needs.
And we try to have everyone have a camera at all times, and it just not only protects the citizens, it protects the officer too. And it's just nowadays it's great to have.
How did we get it?
The small cameras, the label cameras.
Well, no, how'd you get the grant?
We approved for that several years ago, and we did have Richard Harper.
Right.
He retired, and Shane Fuel is a DUI grant now.
Oh, so does he write the grant?
He doesn't. It was Richard Harper, and we all help out. And if it wasn't for the mayor and Twyla, we would be in trouble. But it's a lot of paperwork. It is a lot of paperwork, and we work on it, and we have to get the figures and keep up with the stats. And
well, I'm so excited y'all will make that commitment all the way from the mayor to y'all to work together to get it to Twyla, because that's a great thing for our city.
It is, and like I said, last year we probably had close to 300 and something DUIs in Magee. When I think Richard finished, I think it was third in the state, the whole state, for DUIs. And that tells you there's that's a problem here.
That's
you know,
scary.
And a lot of impaired drivers on the road, and we want them to get those impaired drivers off to keep people's lives safe.
I think what was such a shock to me when I was talk to Richard back and whatever is that the number of DUIs that are issued in the morning. I had no idea. I mean, you know, I just assumed they're all at night, midnight, whatever. But that there were early morning DUIs.
It's scary how many are out there impaired.
Does impairment just have to be alcohol?
No. We see a lot of times somebody drugs. Marijuana is probably we see a lot. And it's scary when you know somebody's doing drugs and going down the road. And we see a lot of those at our checkpoints. And but of course it gets those impaired drivers off the street.
Right.
And Shane Fuel, like I said, is doing the DUI now, and he's like with all the officers working good together. And I think the first month that took over, and they had 49 DUIs in the 1 month.
You know, it's the thing you had to say, oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's really awful.
It's scary.
It's very scary.
I'm proud to get those impaired drivers off the street.
Yes.
To save lives.
Yes, that is. Well, there you know. Now you know why we have our DUI grant and how much it is and what it's going to be used for.